H3H3 and Keemstar are now calling each other racist on Twitter. This is what 1 month of fighting back and forth has devolved into. So how did it get to this point? Well, it all started a couple days ago when Ethan responded to some of the allegations made by Keemstar and Leafy on his podcast. And in it, this is what he said.
He just tweets out unprompted. I believe H3H3 Productions is trying to get my channel deleted. What? Had to private all my videos. Just got second channel strike for harassment on my new videos. Another strike and my channel gets deleted. He says the videos received strikes were the H3H3 Productions one and the I'm Alex one nearly at the same time. Again, I don't know if it's H3H3, but yeah, that's my current situation. So here you say, I believe. You open with that. I believe what YouTuber has the power to get video channels deleted? I mean, the whole premise is weird. I feel like I've become the George Soros of YouTube, just a lightning rod for conspiracies.
Keemstar then goes on his Twitter to quote this part of the podcast by saying, H3H3 Productions equals George Soros of YouTube. Ethan quote tweets him and says, oh wow, did not realize that Keemstar has stooped to blatant anti-Semitism. Cool. Keemstar responds, laughing my fucking ass off. Is he serious? Clearly the joke is about how George Soros is the alleged puppet master of these riots, etc. Like H3 with his connections at YouTube. Race and religion have nothing to do with my tweet. Ethan is a joke. And furthermore, Ethan said it himself that he was George Soros of YouTube on his boring podcast. Pimp Master Yoda responds to Keemstar by saying, remember what Ethan did to me on Pride Month.
Blocked me, Ethan has, on Pride Month, for being bisexual. A bigot this makes him. Pass it on you must.
D-Rain responds to Keemstar with this Twitter video.
I feel like I've become the George Soros of YouTube, just a lightning rod for conspiracies.
Keemstar quote tweets him and says, busted. In order to get back at Ethan for calling him anti-Semitic, Keemstar decides to tweet out an old tweet from H3. It's from 2014 and he says, when she says she only dates black guys, showing a picture of himself with a black substance on his face. Keemstar says, that's racist. The tweet above is from 2014. The video where he put on the face mask is from 2016. These are unrelated. Plus, the 2014 clip has a caption that clearly makes it racist, showing that in the past, Ethan did upload a video called The Black Challenge, where he put a beauty skin face mask thing on that was black, so obviously it looked like he was doing blackface. Ethan responds to Keemstar by saying, you were right, I erased it. Thanks for finding it for me. Keemstar then responds with this picture of a grossed out horse. As a rebuttal of showing that old tweet, Ethan decided to clap back at Keemstar. He tweeted out 4 screenshots of old Keemstar tweets and captioned it by saying, just found out that KK Keemstar is an actual white supremacist. The first one is from April 2015 and it says, what if, just a guess, but what if black people commit more crimes than white people? Then is it still unfair? The next one comes from May 21st, 2015 and Keemstar says, have you guys heard the story about the black guy that broke into a house, killed a family, and tortured a 10-year-old kid? Hashtag White Lives Matter. Well, the guy was black, and he killed a family of white people. That racist. Hashtag White Lives Matter. These ones are from April 28th, 2015 and he says, I want to know the stats. Because if more black people kill whites than whites kill black people, I'm going to burn a drugstore. The whole country gets up in arms when a white person kills black person, but there is little uproar when blacks kill whites. That's racist. I wonder how many whites kill blacks a year, and how many blacks kill whites a year. Can anyone find those stats? What percentage of whites commit crimes? What percentage of blacks commit crimes? You might want to rethink that tweet. Hashtag do the math. If slavery is still going on in America, send me a selfie with a slave. Just want to make sure. Ethan Klein continues his thread by saying, and another one from June of this year, showing a tweet of Keemstar reacting to someone saying, for every 10,000 black people arrested for violent crime, 3 are killed. For every 10,000 white people arrested for violent crime, 4 are killed. I am going to keep tweeting this until someone can explain to me how this is possible. If there is truly pervasive racial bias in policing. Keemstar reacts to this by saying, wait a minute, is this true? Hank Green responds to all of this by saying, wait, are you saying that this guy might be fucking awful? I'm shocked. Shocked! Ethan responds, yes, Hank. I'm sorry to say. Turkey Tom reacts to this by saying, this drama has gotten so unbelievably petty. These guys just can't fucking let it go. You know you're on your last leg when you get to the he's a racist / anti-Semite argument. Lex responds to this by saying, this obviously isn't as bad, but he also called me a dumb bitch for calling him out on defending Curtis Lepore, and his fans harassed me so badly I stayed off Twitter for months. We aren't friends if you like him. Ethan responds, thank you for sharing. Daniel responds to this by showing a screenshot from Ethan's video, The Black Challenge, and Ethan responds by saying, this video is about black beauty products. It literally has nothing to do with race. Did you even watch it? We've done several videos based on colors like this. Lewis responds to Ethan by showing the tweet he made, where he says, when she says she only dates black guys. Ethan responds to this by saying, it's mud from the Dead Sea. It's tradition to cover yourself in mud there because it's good for the skin. I admit the caption is in really poor taste though, for sure. Willie Mac Show quote tweets Ethan and says, these two are so far past retarded. Just shut up. You are like two homeless people fighting in the streets. Augie reacts to Ethan by saying, Ethan, you literally said black people are inherently scarier than white people on your podcast like 9 months ago. So this clip Augie is referring to right here has been going around Twitter for the past couple days, and Ethan actually did respond to this on his last podcast. Here is what he said about it.
And a clip came out of H3H3 judging people based on their skin color. Ultra Joe responded by saying, maybe you lost subscribers because of this video. Oh no! What is the video? Roll it.
Because I was like, they're like these huge black dudes, and they were all strapped. They were all black. There was like 10. I'm just saying, every single one of them was black.
Okay. I don't even pay attention to color or anything.
If there's 8 dudes on security and they're all black, I think that's worth noting.
I just noticed their suit. They were all wearing suits.
They were all wearing suits, yeah. No, they were super professional.
Nice.
And, I mean, they were all like 6'5", black dudes. Yeah, that's terrifying. Is a 6'5" black dude scare you more than a 6'5" white dude?
No. Is it supposed to?
Well,
I mean, no, it's the height maybe that will scare you.
Yeah. Yeah. How do I get out of this?
This man.
So, by the way, I don't remember the context, but I think what I was trying to do was highlight I was almost trying to admit how I racially profile, like how I feel like people do that. Obviously, that came off bad. I mean, yeah, it's bad. But I think I was just trying to own to the fact that I do racially profile, just because.
I don't remember the story.
Yeah, I don't remember
what we were talking about, but I can tell that well, we were right away aware that that comment was like based on my reaction.
Yeah, it came off wrong.
The comment wasn't cool, and you kind of.
I was trying to bounce off.
Yeah,
but yeah, I totally agree that it was a fucking stupid, ignorant thing to say. So.
Augie continues to talk about Ethan when he tweets out the picture of his video, The Black Challenge, and captions it by saying, crying. Ethan Klein responds to him by saying, this video is about black beauty products. It literally has nothing to do with race. Did you even watch it? We've done several videos based on colors like this. Augie responds, it's a funny clip people are sharing along with your actual video clips where you are talking about race or saying some dumb shit. People are tired of cancel culture in 2020, Ethan, and they are doing this to get you to realize that virtue signaling is dumb. Ethan responds, I mean, Keemstar opened this can of worms by fishing out a tweet of me from the Dead Sea, and all the responses were super racist shit he said. I hadn't seen any of it and was genuinely surprised by it. By the way, good job on the doxing video with Keemstar re Just Destiny. Augie replies, you took that golden sponsor away from him, man. Keem is a vengeful motherfucker. I'd argue that's where the can was opened, when you went after his product instead of his content or character. But thanks for the kind words and clarity. Augie then quote tweets Ethan's response to him and says, you know what? I think this drama would be resolved by Ethan and Keemstar just getting it over with and saying the 14 words. Keemstar posts this meme image of H3 looking like a Karen and saying, "I need to talk with your sponsor." Cesar Lopez responds, "When will this end?" To which Keemstar responds, "Never." Keemstar then posts Ethan's old racist tweet again and says, "Embarrassing." DGM responds, "He's just wearing a face mask." Keemstar responds, "That's what all his stupid fans are saying," but the caption he tweeted speaks for itself. Ethan Klein responds to Keem by saying, "It's mud from the Dead Sea. It's tradition to cover yourself in mud there because it's good for the skin. I admit, the caption is in really poor taste though for sure. Thanks for pointing it out so I could erase the tweet." After seeing all of this bickering on Twitter, Andy Milonakis tweets out, "Yo, Keemstar H3, please both of you shut the fuck up. The world is in shambles, and you guys are acting like 10-year-old idiots. And it's crazy that this doesn't even seem off coming from someone that looks like a 10-year-old and acts like an idiot. Please stop." Ethan Klein responds, "I appreciate you wanting to end this, but as I sit back quietly for the past 3 weeks..." Sit back quietly. Dude, I've literally made like 12 videos worth of you sitting back quietly for the past 3 weeks. Jesus, you have not been quiet in the slightest, dude. Anyways, he continues by saying, Keemstar has 1. Called Ela a horse about 20 times. 2. Called me George Soros of YouTube. 3. Digging through every old tweet I've ever made. I don't think it's fair to pretend we're equal. Andy responds, "Why not just block each other and ignore? I'm not saying it's easy to just ignore a big feud, but what is going to have a better end result?" Ethan responds, "Unfortunately, I've tried to ignore him for 3 years, and the result was him convincing most of YouTube that I stole money from FUPA and committed fraud. I've tried that." Andy responds, "Okay, well, I'll let you guys get back to it. I wish you both the best. The only way to meet in the middle is if both of you agree on not mentioning each other and stuck to it." Ethan responds, "I've tried for 3 years, man, and all he did was dig deeper and deeper. I wish it was an option. I wish you well too, though. Trust me, I wish I wasn't in this position. It is what it is. You've always been a good dude though. Only love for you." Keemstar responds to the Ethan tweet where he said that Keemstar convinced everyone that he committed tax fraud with a screenshot from a tweet Ethan made in 2016 that says, "People have expressed concern that FUPA for Freedom will someday run low on funds. We have plans to keep the FUPA plump, voluptuous, and funded." Keemstar then responds to Andy's tweet saying they both need to stop talking about each other by saying, "Ethan on a mission to ruin my career because I asked him questions about FUPA that he refused to answer for years. YouTubers care about this fund, even donated myself. He pretended to care about the community for years. It's all a lie and manipulation to make himself look good." Keemstar then responds directly to the 3 allegations Ethan made about him in response to Andy Milonakis and says, "I have never called your wife a horse. And the tweet about George Soros is simply quoting what you said. This is all public. Please stop lying. It's embarrassing, Ethan." Not so Devon responds to that Keemstar tweet with this Twitter video.
"If you guys want to make this a racially charged issue, that's between you and yourself."
Keemstar quote tweets it and says, Ethan Klein responds, "Me literally saying it's not racial." Keemstar replies to him with a cute little horse. Keemstar then shows screenshots of Ethan accusing Keemstar of calling his wife a horse and says, "Ethan aka H3 Productions has suggested multiple times on Twitter and his podcast that his wife looks like a horse. This is just wrong." And instead of taking responsibility for this disgusting behavior, he claims I'm the one doing it. I have never called his wife a horse. Keemstar then takes a picture with a donkey and asks Ethan, "Is this a horse?" Ethan quote tweets him and responds, "All I see is 2 jackasses." Turkey Tom responds, "Okay, this one was good." Ali Kologen responds to Ethan by saying, "He blocked me over this tweet," showing a tweet of Keemstar saying, "Look at this creep. Lol. God, I love my doggy Jack." Ali responds to him by saying, "Don't touch his dick." Ethan responds, "Beautiful." To which Andy responds, a bit of an odd response that. Savage SpongeBob responds with a clip and a caption saying, "You'll understand. Watch this."
None of my sponsors left me because Keemstar said to. What I took offense to was when Keemstar attacked my children. So I would watch live with my viewers. Well, one day my dog sat down next to Colin, and Colin looked over at his penis. I think he even moved fur that was right next to it or something like that. And it was live. So we took down the vlog and, didn't made it so no one could see it. but Keemstar got a hold of it. And Keemstar tweeted it out to like his 250,000, 500,000 Twitter followers 13 times over the weekend. Yeah, and he didn't just say, like, look, Colin almost touched a dog penis. He said, look, Colin's jerking off a dog. And Colin is like 8 years old, special needs kid at this point. He was fucking relentless about it. So we had a common friend, only use me Blade. And I was like, Blade, can you talk to him? Like, this is fucked up. He's literally going after my kids. He's going after my son. And Blade talked to Keemstar and then circled back to me and said, I talked to Keem about it. And he said that if he wasn't talking shit about your son all the time, that somebody else would. And he's not going to back off. So that's, yeah.
Ethan responds to him by saying, this is the most telling clip of Keemstar's character. I can't get over it. Keemstar decides to send another horse to Ethan. This time it's wearing a cowboy hat. Dr. Adam Sabb responds to Keem by saying, are these racist, Keemstar? Showing 4 tweets that Ethan made. The first one is from October 1st, 2014, where Ethan seemingly mocks an African accent by spelling these words incorrectly, but for the sake of not being disrespectful, I'm just gonna read them as if they were actually spelled out correctly. It says, hi everyone, Ethan from Cherbourg, Africa. I am being held in Ebola quarantine in Florida. Please send word to the president. Help. The next one is from August 7th, 2014, and it says, hi PewDiePie, this is Ethan from Zimbabwe. I ask you what your favorite type of bushmeat, and are you afraid of Ebola? Thank you, love you. This next one is from August 6th, 2014, and it says, at Filthy Frank, hi. This is Ethan from Pakistan. I say I love you, and please more black titty like dinner plate to eat off. Thank you, Frank. And this last one is from October 3rd, 2014, and it says, hello friends, my name is Ethan. From Johanna, I have recently contracted Ebola and have 1 day to live. 1 million followers will cure my Ebola. Retweet. Keemstar reacts to this by saying, yikes. He also shows another tweet from Ethan. It doesn't show the date in the screenshot, but he says, that feeling when you've got Ebola, showing a picture of a black kid. Keemstar also reacts to this one by saying, yikes. Ethan responds, why is this racist? It's just a popular meme format. Keemstar responds, is this like the horse thing, where you blatantly lie about things I said that I never said? Savage SpongeBob responds again with the same Woody Gamertag clip and captions it by saying, watch this and try to defend Keem. I dare you. Ethan responds, the Defend Keemstar challenge. Keemstar responds to him by saying, this is a complete lie. I never once went after his child. Myself and the entire Call of Duty community at the time called out Woody for being a bad parent and exploiting his children on YouTube. Also, I have never posted any pictures of his child. Savage SpongeBob responds, and it's not about sending pictures, it's about you tweeting. And when he said to stop, you said, if I don't go after him, someone else will. Didn't you tweet this? Showing a tweet that Keemstar made in December 2012 that says, he jacked off a dog in front of thousands of people. It's news. Be mad at the parents, not me. Keemstar responds, be mad at the parents, not the child. Do you know how to read? Woody is a liar. He has absolutely no proof to back up his wild story. Savage SpongeBob responds, at the end of the day, you went after an autistic kid and nothing can change that fact. Showing a tweet that Keemstar made in December 2012 saying, the Woody Colin dog issue is still up. Just reporting. #drama alert. Keemstar responds, clearly calling out Woody for still having a stupid video up. All you people do is lie and manipulate. Keem then tweets out, hey H3, want to play some Minecraft with me? Some Ordinary Gamers responds, play Minecraft with me. In a legitimate attempt to put an end to this by being clear and transparent, Keemstar sends this video to H3.
I wanted to like step away from being Keemstar for a second and just explain to you authentically and genuinely my problems with you. Obviously, I hate your videos because they're lies and manipulation, but forget the videos. Forget the videos that you made. Forget my defense videos. Forget all that. There's plenty of other videos that proves that you're wrong. But it's the community aspect. It is the community aspect of it that just bothers me. I love this. I love being a YouTuber. I love that we have this community. I love that I just love this whole thing so much. And when you were out there fighting for everyone, man, when you had the lawsuit, we all rallied behind you. You, in so many ways throughout the years, were the guy sticking up for the community, calling out YouTube when they made a bad call, you know. And you just weren't here. Like, when it became on you and the Gokanaro video, man, you didn't defend it. And I've been calling at you out for this FUPA thing for years because you're supposed to be that guy, man. You presented yourself as that guy fighting for the community. And then just the FUPA thing's gone. It's done. It's over with. And every time I asked you about it, you're just smug. And you're like, oh, the facts are already out there. No, they weren't. That just wasn't true. You were an asshole whenever you were questioned about it. And to this day, you still haven't explained what's going on with the money that went from the DLC to the game. And it's like, bro, I don't know how you became the enemy of the community, but it's not me. You said it's me. Keemstar has made everyone against me. No, it's you. Man, I want the old Ethan that fought for the fucking community. The community that I love. I want that guy back. All right? So please stop shifting blame everywhere and look at you. Just take a second and look at you, because I want that old Ethan back. And that old Ethan, I would be cool with 100%.
Now at this time, we are finally up to date with everything in regards to the Keemstar and H3 drama. I've been working on keeping up to date with this for the past couple weeks, and now we are finally here. But along the way, I did have to cut out a lot of tweets and move them over to the next video. And I have a couple more from the last couple weeks that I wasn't able to fit into any other video, so I'm just going to show it to you now. This first one is a response to Keemstar saying thoughts on the new drama alert. That drama alert being the same one that we watched H3 witness earlier, where Keemstar talks about H3 saying those things about black security guards. VGuard M responds to Keemstar by saying, if you'd seen Ethan's video, you saw that he actually did speak about his past of using N-words and other terms. He also explained how embarrassed he was about it. You present the news like he didn't mention it at all. Pure biased dog shit. Keemstar responds, yes, that's about him saying the N-word. My point is that he didn't explain how he's racially profiled people before, exactly the same way he's accusing the cops of racially profiling. Ethan Klein tweets out a picture of Trump and a young girl next to a statue of two parrots and says, the birds are mating. The statues, of course. He ends up deleting this tweet, but before he did, Ultra Joe Comic responds to him by saying, false pedo accusations? To which Keemstar responds, busted. Keemstar also tweets out, H3, was that a nuke or a firecracker? I feel fine. Just saying. You either die filthy Frank or live long enough to become H3H3. Keemstar makes a tweet reacting to Jake Paul looting during the Black Lives Matter riots and says, I have never hated Jake Paul as much as I do today. He owed everyone an apology for his actions, and instead, he made excuses and virtue signaling to cover up his BS. If he is innocent as he claims, then release all the raw footage to prove it. You can't. You won't, cause you lie. Ethan responds, yeah, well, you lied about like 8 people being rapists, so not sure you are the right person to hate on anyone. Keemstar responds, please explain to me why you haven't responded to falsely accusing Patrice Wilson of being a pedophile that pushed him to suicide. Road to Shaw responds, lads, why don't you both hug this out? Ethan responds, I would hug him, but he would accuse me of rape. Keemstar responds, if you come anywhere near me, I'm dropping you. Like all 6 of those podcast sponsors. Now that is finally every single tweet made between Ethan and Keemstar in regards to this drama. It's been a fun month of pretty much only covering Ethan and Keemstar, but I am excited to finally move on to other topics. Before I leave though, I'd like to tell you that Gokunaru, the person who made the original exposed video on Ethan that Ethan recently reacted to on his podcast, has just released a response to that podcast. Keemstar even said on Twitter that he destroyed him with facts and logic, and I think the video is very good as well, so if you guys want to check it out after this video, I will leave it in the end card and in the link in the description below. If you liked what you saw here, be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with what's going on over there. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Josh Pescator, Estemic, and Mitch for donating $30 a month. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video, hopefully not about Ethan or Keemstar.